All right. We're gonna start seated. So go ahead and find a nice comfortable spot, maybe grabbing a block or a pillow. Welcome to Friday Flow. Happy Friday, everybody. My name is Ellen. Our 50-minute practice, we're going to slowly warm up the body, generate some heat, go into a little bit of a flow, practice some more balance. We did tree pose last week. We'll practice a little bit of Warrior 3. Haven't done that in a while. So just so you know, maybe you get your bench ready or get close to a wall for some of those poses. But for now, starting seated, and let's do some shoulder rolls. Bring the shoulders up, down, and around. And a couple more. Bring the shoulders all the way up to those ears and down and back. And then inhale, take those arms up, big deep breath, and exhale, let it go. Big inhale, feel free to just exhale out through the mouth, let it go. Deep breath in, let it go, exhale. One more time. This time, keep those hands together, and let's take that left hand down and reach our right arm over to the side. Big stretch through that side body. Keep your chest lifted. Keep that right hip grounded into the floor. And then inhale back up and exhale to the other side. Drop and lift. Keep that chest up. Big stretch here, pressing down after that left hip so you find a little more space in the side body to stretch. And back to the center. And then exhale down. So we're gonna do just a gentle twist side to side here. So once you take your left hand behind you, right hand is just gonna gently nudge or press against that knee. And I want you to start to lift up nice and tall. So imagine that piece of string on the top of your head, lifting you up a little bit taller here. And then your exhale, start to add the gentle twist. So I want you to lengthen your spine, lift up first, and then twist. We'll do a couple of these in different positions too, also on our back. And come back to center. Let's do the same thing on the other side. This time your left hand reaching for that knee, right hand behind you. You're gonna lift up nice and tall first, lengthen the spine, and then on that exhale, start to rotate, look over that shoulder. Nice and easy, just taking a couple breaths here. Nice and tall. Every exhale, maybe twisting a little bit further. And then come back to center. So now we're going to create a little bit of movement with it. You're going to take those arms back up, inhale, and then exhale, lower them down as you twist to the left. And then inhale up, exhale, twist to the right. And let's do that again. Up, inhale, and exhale. Big deep breath. Exhale. Let's do one more in each direction. Reach and twist. Last one. Perfect. Okay, let's come out of this seated position. Come off that block. All right, so we're going to continue those twists. So we're actually going to come into an S sit here. Just straighten my leg for a second. All right, so you're going to bring that left leg in front and right leg behind you, sort of like you're making an S shape or maybe a pretzel. And we're going to get just a little bit deeper into that side body stretch that we did. So right hand reaches up. And as we exhale, we're going to reach. This time you can lower onto your elbow of that other arm. Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Now you don't have to lower down on the elbow. It's just an option. Here's your last one. We're going to hang out here. So big, big reach. We'll get more into the side body in a couple of our other warm-ups and stretches. Maybe you lean on a block here. Keep that chest up. And then slowly come back up. Inhale. And then exhale to add a little more of that twist. If you have that block or something to reach for, you're going to place it sort of diagonally in front of that knee. We're going to inhale, reach up. So we're going to twist just a little bit to the left. And then exhale. Over that left knee, we're going to fold forward. You're gonna just slowly reach for something in front of you. Maybe that block. Maybe you're just walking those fingertips out. You don't have to reach for anything in particular. Drop that head, take a couple breaths while I start to feel this in your hips. And then slowly walk those hands up. And then let's go ahead and switch and do the other side. So legs can come out, shake it out. And now S-sit with our right leg in front. So right leg in front, left leg here. Move that block. Let's take that left arm. Inhale and exhale, reach over. 2 more times. Just getting into that side body. Let's do it one more time. Inhale and exhale. You can lower down onto that opposite elbow, forearm, hang up here. Couple breaths. Big stretch. And then press yourself back up. This time we're going to rotate over to the right a little bit. Reach those arms up, inhale, and exhale, fold forward, or gently walk out into your forward fold. You might find that you can go a little bit further on one side. It's okay. Take 2 more breaths here. Next, inhale takes us back up to that seated position. Exhale, extend those legs back out in front and shake it out. Okay, our next little twist is going to be thread the needle. So let's come up into our tabletop position. We'll find a couple of cat-cows before we do our thread the needle. So in tabletop, hands under your shoulders, knees under those hips. And as we inhale, we're going to drop the belly. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone, and then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. And again, just doing a couple of cat-cows here at your own pace. Want to warm up that back just a little bit before we do our thread the needle. So at your own pace, inhale and exhale. Do one more cat-cow. And let's even sit back to child's pose real quick as well. So knees wide, feet together. Sit back into those heels, into your hips, head down. Reaching your forehead to the floor. Start to shift your weight side to side. Start to open up that chest just a little bit. All right, perfect. Let's come back to our tabletop. So before we do that full thread the needle, we're going to start by doing a couple of just thoracic rotations and warming up the back a little bit. So we'll start with our right side. So you're going to take your right hand to your right ear. And as you inhale, you're going to draw that elbow down to the mat. And then exhale, I want you to rotate that elbow up. You're opening up, adding that twist in the spine. Inhale, come down. Might not be much. That's okay. Exhale, reach and twist. Almost like you're opening up for triangle pose. Inhale. Twist down. Exhale, twist up. Let's do one more. Inhale. And exhale. Perfect. So this last one, we'll do our full thread the needle. So go ahead and come back down one final time. Inhale, exhale. This time, extend that arm up and you're going to thread the needle with that right arm. So reach it through, lower down. Your shoulder, your head, your hips stay lifted. And hang out here for a couple breaths. So it's a twist from our waist and feeling this primarily in the upper body. Maybe that opposite arm reaches up to the ceiling. You can wrap it around, reach for your hip, or just leave it on the mat. Inhale, slowly shift your weight back, your hips back, and then exhale. Take that arm back up slowly to tabletop. If you want to find a child's pose there, or maybe just a quick little up dog, any kind of stretch you want, go ahead and do that. We're going to do the other side. Okay, so now the left side, left hand to your left ear. Inhale, we're gonna warm up that back first. Bring the elbow down and then exhale, reach and twist. Try to twist all the way up to the ceiling. 3 more, inhale. And exhale. Imagine a piece of string on your elbow and I'm pulling it up nice and high. We got about 1 more here. Inhale, big rotation and exhale. Okay, so the final one is gonna be that full thread the needle. So take it down 1 last time, inhale, exhale, extend that arm and reach it through to thread that needle, slide down. You're on your shoulder, head is down, hips stay up. Imagine I'm grabbing your wrist, pulling you through a little bit more. You have that option to extend that opposite arm up and maybe take it around to reach through your opposite hip. Or you can just keep that on the floor. Take 2 more breaths. Gently press your hips back. Inhale and exhale. Come back to your tabletop. Awesome job. Let's come down to child's pose. We're going to keep going with some of the twists and rotations. Slowly walk those hands up. Okay, so we did seated. We did in our kneeling position. Now we're going to do this on our side. Okay, so sort of the fetal position like a baby. We're going to do open book. So I want you to make sure that you have room to extend and open your arms. We can start on our left side. So all the way down the fetal position, left side, knees are close into your chest. Your arms are straight. And inhale, that right arm reaches all the way up. So the opposite of the stretch we just did, right? Now we're opening up towards the other direction. So big reach. And then exhale, close it up. So we're opening and closing the book. Let's do it 2 more times. Reach up, inhale. Hold it there. Exhale. And let's do 1 more. Inhale, take it down. Exhale, you're gonna hold this last one. So you're looking over that right shoulder. Right arm is completely extended. Your knees are into your chest. Keep that book open. Make sure you're also looking over that shoulder. Big stretch here. Take a couple breaths. Maybe a bit uncomfortable. That's okay. We don't want it to be painful though. And then slowly close it up on the next inhale. And then exhale. You're going to gently press yourself up. Now you can just roll your back to the other side. Or you can do the way I'm going, just pressing up and moving to the other side. Whatever is easiest for you. So now we're on our right side. All the way down. Fetal position. Make sure your knees are close in. We don't want them away from us. You're going to feel a little bit of pressure in your low back. So keep them as close as you can to your chest. Okay. So take an inhale here and then exhale. Now that left arm reaches over. Inhale, close it back up. And exhale, reach. And we have 1 more. Inhale, close it back up. Keep that arm nice and straight. And exhale, open it up. Look over that shoulder. Hold this for a couple of breaths. Now that opposite hand can maybe press and pull the legs down a little bit if you need a little extra resistance there or want a little more stretch. Keep looking over that shoulder. Make sure your head is turned so you also get that neck stretch. We're feeling it on this side. Knees close to your chest. And then very slowly, let's close it back up. Inhale and exhale. Great job. Go ahead and press yourself up. Okay, awesome. Now let's go ahead and come down onto our back. So make your way down, nice and easy. Once you're there, give yourself a little hug. We're just gonna gently rock side to side. So that was maybe just a little too much for your back. You can just go ahead and massage it right here for a moment. Place your feet on the floor. Let's do a couple windshield wipers. I want to sort of transition down towards our hips now. Warm those up a little bit more. So just dropping your legs from side to side, like a pair of windshield wipers. All right, do one more on each side. And then come back to that regular bridge. So your feet are about hip distance. They should be just under your knees. Arms are by your side. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're gonna lift those hips off the floor. Just a regular bridge. Inhale, you're gonna slowly come back down and exhale, lift. We're just warming up those muscles. So nice and easy with our bridges here. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Because we are gonna work them when we go through our flows and some of those poses. Let's do 2 more bridges. Lift up on that exhale. Nothing crazy here. Inhale down, last one. Exhale. Perfect. Okay, so now let's go over to our side. We're gonna get into those hips a little bit more. You're gonna press yourself up. For this exercise, we've done this. It's just probably been a while, but you're gonna wanna fold your mat to give your knees a little extra support. Or if you have an extra mat, great time to grab that. We're gonna continue working through that side body, but we're going to extend our leg and we're going to reach over and do this stretch to warm up those hips, get a little more blood flowing. So if you have the blocks, you're gonna grab them here. We'll start with that one block on our left side. So kneeling position here, and let's extend that right leg. So this in itself might already feel a stretch, right, in those hips. So you want to sort of squeeze your glutes a little bit, keep them forward, keep that chest up. We're going to take that right arm out. As we inhale, left hand is going to reach for your block, or maybe you can reach for the floor. And exhale, you're going to take it over. All this depends on your range of motion. And let's do that again. Inhale, so using your obliques to lift up. Exhale, reach and make it a little higher. We're gonna do it one more time. Inhale. Maybe you reach towards your foot here, and then exhale. And we're gonna hold this here. So pushing those hips forward, hands on the floor, maybe on a block or a pillow. Hold this right here. We're gonna add a little bit more movement here. So now I want you to drop your hips back. Drop that arm in front of you. Stop right about here. And then exhale, push your hips back up and extend that arm. Perfect. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop those hips. Arm comes down, gaze looks down. Exhale, bring it back around. And then 1 more time. So again, warming up those hips and glutes. Inhale and exhale, take your gaze to your elbow. It's almost as if you're doing extended side angle. Push those hips forward. Hold this for 4. For 3, lift your chest, 2, and 1. You can slowly come back up. Take those hands to the floor. And then go ahead and switch. Good job. Same thing, other side. So go ahead and extend that left leg. So those hips are really tight. I didn't mention you could do a little rock forward and back just to open them real quick. And that foot is nice and flat on the floor there. Lift up. Other arm this time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take it over. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Adjust that block a little bit. 1 more time. Inhale. Maybe reaching for that foot. Big stretch. And then exhale, take it overhead. And we're going to hang out here for a couple breaths. Squeeze those glutes, keep your hips forward. You should almost feel like you can take that foot off the floor. Hold this for a couple more breaths, core nice and strong. You don't want to feel all that weight either in your wrist. So make sure you're using your core. Okay, let's drop down, take that arm in front of us, sort of that half circle, drop those hips, inhale, and then exhale, circle it back up, open through the chest, 2 more times, inhale, drop, circle down, exhale, lift back up, 1 more time, inhale, and exhale. Look at your elbow, chest up, hips forward, hold for 4, for 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. And then go ahead, take those hands forward. You can drop the hips and then take that leg back. Awesome job. That also sort of helps us for that standing half moon. That's the exact position that you're in when you're doing that, just for reference. Okay, let's come into down dog. We're gonna get a little bit warmer here. So go ahead and lift on up. Downward facing dog. I want you to pedal out those heels. Get whatever stretch you need to here in this down dog. Maybe nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Move side to side. On your next inhale, float forward into a high plank. Stack the shoulders on the wrists. On your exhale, lower your knees and chest. Chaturanga. Let's get that upper body warm. Flatten those feet and toes. Inhale, lift baby cobra. Exhale, reach up the toes and come back up. We're gonna do that just 1 more time. Inhale, float to your plank. Exhale, lower knees and chest. All the way down. Now this time, let's bring our legs a little wider than our hips. We're just gonna pause for a moment. You're gonna lift up onto your elbows, your forearms, into our Sphinx pose and just hang out here for a couple breaths. So we can warm up our back. If this doesn't feel comfortable, you can hang out in a baby cobra. Shoulders down, keep that chest lifted. Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders here. You're gonna feel that stretch in the back. When I get it ready for moving around, hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lower, gently slide those arms back out. Bring those legs back together, tuck the toes, elbows in. We're gonna lift all the way up and back, child's pose with those knees together. Take 2 breaths here. All right, and let's come on up to our down dog. Next inhale, you're gonna bend the knees. As you exhale, you're gonna walk, hop, or jump. Come to the top of your mat. Coming into that nice forward fold. Bend those knees here. Inhale takes us up to standing. Nice and slow. Bring the hands all the way up. Palms come together. Exhale, lower down. All right, let's get into this. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, float it down. All the way down. Inhale, lift halfway. Nice flat back. Hands to knees or shins. And exhale, release. Let's start warrior 1. So right foot, medium step back. Placing that heel to the floor, lift the chest. Extend those arms, inhale and exhale. You can interlace those fingers together and glue your arms to your ears. Or maybe you find cactus pose and that feels better on your shoulders. So hold this here, warrior 1. Now you can always take the pace a little bit slower, a little bit faster. Whatever feels good for you. You can always adjust what we're doing here. Let's take 1 more breath. Inhale, you're gonna straighten that leg, and exhale, you're gonna lower those arms. We did a lot of twists. We're gonna go right into our triangle pose. Inhale, reach towards your foot. Exhale, take that hand down, and that hand can either come to your hip. You're still opening up through the shoulder. If you wanna find a little more space, a little more challenge, you extend that arm straight up. And remember that hand should be right on top of your shoulder. So this is where you can use your wall. As I mentioned at the beginning of class, leaning those hips up against it. And then the goal is to get your hand to touch the wall as well. right? So from that side view, right, it should be like you're squished between two walls. We're not leaning forward. So hold it for a couple breaths. Imagine you're leaning back into that wall. Ooh, that's a big stretch, I know. Keep your core nice and strong. Tuck those hips under, one more breath. Inhale, push into that back foot. And exhale, let's step to chair. Front of the mat, feet together, drop your hips and lift those arms up. Hands can also be at your chest. Those shoulders are a little sensitive or just a little tight this morning. Hold this here. We're gonna get ready for our first balance pose. So as you inhale, you're gonna lift it nice and tall and lift that right leg up. Let's just hold this for a couple breaths. So nice 90-degree angle here. Hold this here. Your standing leg is slightly bent. Chest is up. We're just holding this leg. Tuck those hips under. Take one more breath. As we exhale, we're gonna hinge forward. And I want you to extend that leg straight out. Doesn't matter how high it is. Inhale, bend the knee and bring it back to your chest. So now we're adding a little bit of movement. Let's try it 2 more times. Exhale, kick it straight back. Maybe use the wall here. Inhale one last time. Bring that knee to your chest. Exhale, kick it back. Prepping for that warrior 3. And then go ahead and take a big step back. Drop that foot down. We're coming into high lunge. Reach your arms up. Inhale and exhale, hold. Perfect. Hold this right here. Nice high lunge, hips facing forward. Hips are low, back leg is straight. We're gonna hold this for this one more breath. Transition to warrior 2 here. We did 1, 2, and then we'll head to 3. So lift up a little bit higher, inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna rotate that hip and plant that heel on the floor as your arms come down. So a much wider stance than our warrior 1. You can always bring those feet a little bit closer in for less of a challenge. Arms are straight, shoulders down. Flip that palm, inhale. Exhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. More into that side body. Take your gaze up, one more breath. Inhale, back to warrior 2. Exhale, hold. So now we want to transition back to that lunge. You're gonna take your back heel off the floor and rotate that hip to the front. That back arm sweeps down, comes up to meet the other one, inhale. Exhale, your hands come to prayer, you're gonna lean forward. We're gonna push off our back foot and we're gonna lift up into our first warrior 3. We'll practice this a few times. Hold that right there. So you wanna keep your back leg nice and straight. I know we're already feeling that standing leg, that glute. Hold this here, maybe use the wall. Let's hold it for 2 more breaths. Maybe you extend your arms out by your side like you're flying. And then inhale, let's come to a chair pose. Exhale, drop it down, arms up. Perfect, 1 more breath here. Exhale, fold forward, step back, down dog. Inhale, come forward to your plank. And exhale, knees and chest. So each time we go through this flow, you're more than welcome to find child's pose and just take a breather. So up to you. Back to child's pose or down dog. I want you to hold that for 2 more breaths before we do the other side. Good job. 1 more breath. All right, let's go ahead and come back up to down dog. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale, walk half or jump, forward fold. Bend those knees here as much as you need to. Inhale takes us to standing. Nice and tall. Palms come together. Exhale, lower down. We should be nice and warm. We'll do that exact same sequence, leading with the right legs or the left leg. So other side. Inhale up and exhale, let it go. So just make sure it's the other side for you. Lift up halfway, flat back. This is how we want to look in that warrior three, right? Nice flat back, lifting that chest, no rounding of the shoulders, and exhale. So medium step back with your left leg. This is going to be at warrior one. Lift the chest, arms up, and hold. Interlace those fingers here or find that cactus pose. So you're getting a big stretch for your calf here. Make sure you're really pushing into the floor. And we're tucking those hips under, core is strong. Front knee slightly bent. And then inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, you're gonna rotate and twist out towards the side and lower those arms. We're gonna get ready for our triangle pose. Inhale, reach, and exhale. And you can come to that hip, or you can go ahead and extend it all the way up if you are ready. You're also looking up at your hand. So don't forget the head, right? Sometimes I see some of you looking down or looking somewhere else. Make sure you're looking up at your arm, whether it's your shoulder or your hand. Keep your gaze there. Hold this. Maybe find that wall, right? So you really want to open through that chest. Doesn't matter how low that bottom hand gets. That doesn't matter. You want to really twist and open up through the chest. One more breath. Inhale, push into that foot, pull yourself up. Exhale, take a step and find that chair. Drop and hold. Maybe hands in prayer. Imagine that little kitty chair underneath you, so you gotta get low for it. Chest up, hips down, one more breath. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, we're gonna take this leg up this time. Just remember, we're just hanging out this 90-degree angle. First, balance on this leg. Nice and tall, imagine that string pulling you up. Standing leg slightly bent. Inhale here. Exhale, let's hinge forward and extend this back. And let's do that again. Inhale, knee to chest. You can use the wall here. Exhale. Okay, one more. Inhale up. And exhale, take it back. Hold this just for 2 breaths. I want that leg straight. I don't care really about the height, but press through that heel and then take a huge step back for that high lunge. Arms up, inhale, exhale, hold. So big step, drop those hips, back leg is straight. Take one more breath and then we'll transition to warrior two. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. As you exhale, you're gonna open that hip and plant your heel onto the floor there. And then those arms lower as you exhale down. Make sure your front knee is bent. Arms are nice and strong. Drop those shoulders. You have as much weight in your back leg as your front leg here. Flip that hand, inhale. Exhale, take it back. Peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up at your hand. One more breath. Inhale, take it back down and exhale. Let's take that heel back off the floor. Rotate the hips to the front. Back arm swings down, meets the front. Inhale and exhale. Your hands come together at your chest. You're gonna lean forward, push off that back leg and lift up for your warrior three. Hold that there. So the key thing is just finding that spot on the floor slightly in front of you and keeping your gaze there. Hips forward towards the floor. So your first one, we'll go through it again. If you fell out of it, get back into it. Think of squeezing your glutes and imagining that you're pressing your back foot into a wall here. Squeeze and lift, one more breath. And then exhale, let's bring it to chair rather than that lunge. Drop even further. Inhale and then exhale, forward fold, step it back, down dog. Awesome job. Inhale forward to your plank, or of course finding that child's pose. Exhale, lower. Going through that flow, however you want, whatever pace you want. Maybe you add the extra push-up, whatever you like. Chaturanga. All right, let's take 2 deep breaths. We're gonna go through it again. And then maybe practice a little of that half moon if you wanna try that today. 1 more breath in your child's pose or down dog. Okay, next breath. You're gonna bend those knees as you inhale. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale takes us to standing. Palms come together. Maybe a little back bend there if that feels good. And exhale. Okay, let's do it again. I'm just gonna move a tiny bit faster. So feel free to slow it down. If you'd like, inhale up and exhale, let's let it go. Halfway lift. This is how we look, right? For that warrior 3. And then when we open up for a half moon. Exhale, warrior 1, step back. Reach up and hold. So start trying to transition from each pose with nice flow. Nice and smooth. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, lower the arms. Reach towards your foot and flow right into that triangle pose. Hold that there. Remember, your chest is lifting, you're rotating. Let me just check it out. Maybe find that wall. That definitely makes it harder, leaning up against that wall. Good job, everyone. Let's hold it for 2 more breaths. Big twist, beautiful, Bill, love it. Good, Teresa. And then push into that back foot. Inhale, exhale, step to that chair. Perfect. So here we're just gonna add a little bit of a twist. Take your hands to prayer. You're gonna lift up just slightly, inhale. And as you exhale, drop back into your chair and twist to the right. I'll show you from the front. Now, while you're twisting, look down at your knees. Is one further forward than the other? It's okay if it is, make that adjustment, probably in your hips. Make sure it's one straight line. You're twisting from your waist and not your hips. Exhale, and you drop a little lower. Keep your chest up. Inhale, come up. Good, exhale. Let's take that right leg up and we're gonna step right back to that lunge. High lunge, reach, inhale, exhale, hold. Nice and low, drop those hips. Inhale, a little higher, exhale, warrior 2. So open those hips, press that heel down, lower your arms. Remember, same amount of weight in your front leg as your back leg. Flip that palm, inhale. Exhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. Take that gaze up. Coming back to your warrior 2. Transition back to that lunge. Heel off the floor. Rotate to the front. Back arm reaches up. Palms come together. You're gonna lean forward and press up into that warrior 3. Hold this right here. So with that back leg straight, maybe those arms come by your side, like you're flying, hold that there. You wanna practice your half moon. You're just gonna start to open up your hips. So you're gonna stack that right hip, open up to the side, take your hand down, maybe it reaches for a bench, and you extend that other arm up. So sort of like triangle pose. Hold that there for a couple breaths. This side's a little tight for me, I can't quite do the half moon, but feel free to practice. Maybe find the wall, right? There we go. Oh my goodness. Ooh, now I really feel that. That's really how open you should be. Hold it for 1 more breath wherever you are at. And then inhale, step right back to that lunge. Exhale, hold. Hold this right here. We're gonna go back to that chair in just a moment. You're gonna lean forward, inhale. Exhale, drop into that chair. So we're gonna do our twist 1 more time, adding a lunge. So exhale, twist to the right. Now you can stay right here or pick up your opposite leg. So it should be your left leg. You can pick it up and step back into a lunge. Just an option, you don't have to do it. It's a harder challenge. Maybe the knee comes to the floor. Hold this here, 2 more breaths, big twist. 1 more breath. Inhale, come up, and exhale, hands down. Awesome work. And you can find that child's pose or go through your flow, whatever you like. We're gonna do that same thing on the other side. Take 2 breaths, nice and warm. Let's practice 1 more time with that warrior 3. Other side, maybe the half moon. It's just like you're opening up to a side plank. Just standing on 1 leg. All right, your next inhale, you're gonna bend your knees. And exhale, walk, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Inhale takes us to standing. And exhale, take it down. All right, here we go. Up. And let it go. Inhale, lift up half leg. Push your heels into the floor. Exhale, take a step back. Warrior 1. Reach those arms. And hold. Tuck those hips under. Inhale, straighten that leg. Exhale, lower. Triangle pose. Take your time, just flow right into it. Hold this here. This is also really similar to the half moon, right? Because it's that twist. Excuse me, hold it for a few more breaths. Maybe a little bit lower and reach towards that ankle this time around. Nice. Good shape, Mindy. Perfect. Nice, Regina. Keep that chest up, everybody. 1 more breath. Inhale, push. And exhale, chair pose, drop. Nice and low. Hands to pray at your chest. Inhale up. Let's go ahead and reach. Oh, we have to do our twist first. Come on down. Hold this here, our first twist. Inhale, lift up just a little bit higher. Exhale, drop back to chair. And I would twist to our left side. Maybe it's just a little twist. Look down at your knees. Make sure you're in a straight line. Make sure you can see your toes. Adjust as you need to. 1 more breath. And then inhale, come up. And lift that left leg. Big step back, exhale. Into that high lunge. Hold this here. A little bit higher, inhale. Exhale, open that hip. Place your heel into the floor of warrior 2. Chest up, shoulders right on top of those hips. You're nice and strong in this warrior 2. Back leg straight, front leg bent. Flip that palm, inhale, exhale, take it back, peaceful warrior. Take your gaze up at your hand and take it back to that warrior 2. Pick up that heel, rotate to the front, arms back up. Get ready for that warrior 3. Hands together, prayer, inhale, lean forward. Here we go, exhale, lift. So you're practicing that warrior 3, or you're stacking your hips and trying to open up for your half moon. I like to point my toe. It just helps me straighten my leg a little bit more. And then I start to open those hips and stack. Take that one hand down towards the floor, other hand comes up. You can start with your gaze on the floor, but then eventually you want to take it up towards that hand. So practice. Let me check it out. Just like what we did on the floor earlier. Yeah, nice. Think of that piece of string on your hip and it's lifting you up. You got it, Teresa. Yep, good, BB, you got it. And then maybe keep your focus on one thing in front of you on the floor or up at that hand. Try 1 more breath, everybody. Woo. And then go ahead and step it back into that lunge. Back into that high lunge. 1 breath here. I know we're feeling those legs. And then exhale, take it to your chair. Here's our last twist. Hands come together. Exhale to that left side. If you want the extra challenge without moving anything else, you're going to pick up that opposite leg and step back to your lunge here. Maybe your elbow anchors to your knee. Maybe it doesn't. See how low my hips are? Big twist. Hold it for 1 more breath wherever you're at. And then inhale up. Oh my goodness. Exhale down. Great job. And we're just about done here. You can go through your flow 1 more time. or find child's pose with me. Take a couple breaths, heart rate up, big inhale, big exhale. Once you are done, come back to that child's pose. Knees wide, feet together, drop the forehead down. Shift your weight from right to left. Awesome work, everybody. Next inhale brings us up to sort of a seated position. And exhale. We will finish with just a few more twists. How's everyone doing? We're good, we're warm. Awesome. Okay, so let's shake those legs out. We're gonna do just sort of that traditional seated twist. We'll start with bringing our left knee into our chest. Take it around. If you want more for those hips and your knees are okay with it, you're gonna bend that bottom leg. Sort of like that S-sit, okay? So our right leg is over. We're gonna twist over that right shoulder. So take that left arm up, inhale, and then exhale. You're gonna press against that knee. Maybe your elbow goes. You're gonna sit nice and tall and look over that right shoulder. Whatever leg is crossed, that's the same side you're gonna twist. So as opposed to what we did at the beginning of class, this one you're gonna now feel more in your hips and your glutes because of the crossed legs. Come back to the center, hang out here for a moment. If those legs are crossed, grab those ankles, pull them in towards you, maybe try to lean forward, and you'll feel that even more in your hips. Almost like pigeon pose. So stretching those same muscles in a different position. And let's go ahead and release. Shake it out. That's too much for your knees. You don't have to bend that bottom leg. Right? Let's do the other side. Same thing. I think I can do this one. Okay, so now we have our left leg crossed. We're twisting to the left side. Inhale and exhale. You don't want to put too much pressure on that leg, but just add a little extra love. Bring it close to your chest and look over that shoulder. Remember, nice and tall first, and then add the twist. Come back to center. You can grab those ankles, lean forward a little bit, or just hug your knee into your chest. You might just feel that as a stretch. One more breath. And release. Oh my goodness. Shake it out. Okay, our last twist will be on our back. The best one. So slowly make your way down. Hug those knees in one more time. Rock side to side. All right, we'll do our left knee into our chest, and I want you to straighten out your right leg. So we're gonna mix this one up a little bit. Let's take it across the body. So over to the right. And extend that left arm. Hold this here. You can also straighten out your left leg. Press through that heel, get a little more of a stretch. Anything that feels good. Slowly back to the center. Take your right knee into your chest. Left leg is long. Let it relax. Twist to the left and reach out through your right arm. Slowly back to center. All right, and then you can choose a final pose here before we just relax for our final minute. So it can be a bridge if you want an inversion. I always do happy baby. Maybe it's windshield wipers, do whatever you want. And once you're done with that final pose, whatever that is, your final stretch, find your Shavasana for just a couple of moments. Make sure you're closing your eyes wherever you are at. And just trying to be still for the next minute. Slowly start to move your head from side to side. Gently start to open those eyes back up. Bringing both knees into your chest for our final stretch. Give yourself a big hug. And then when you're ready, roll over to your side, press yourself up, and come to a comfortable seated position. Once you're there, a couple shoulder rolls. And then all together, we'll take an inhale, reach those arms up. Big deep breath. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale up, palms come together this time. Exhale, take them down. Close your eyes for a moment. And as always, thank yourself for making this special time for you, uninterrupted, for your body, your mind, and your soul. Open our eyes and we will say namaste to one another. Namaste to you all beautiful people. Thank you so much. If you didn't already, drop your site name in the chat box. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Great
Bill, do you have
Happy
snow up
Friday.
there?
Yeah, I got about, it's coming down. I got about I don't know, an inch on the ground.